We're going Texan Rowlett. You might be thinking, I'm already a Texan, but we just announced that we are a partner city for the GO TEXAN program created by the Texas Department of Agriculture. So stick around to hear from Commissioner Sid Miller and our new Downtown Manager, Melinda Bartram, about what this means for our city. And we've also got some exciting announcements and updates that are going on in Downtown Rowlett. Commissioner Miller, thank you so much for taking the time to be on the My Rowlett podcast.
Glad to do it.
So, Commissioner Miller, for our listeners who are not familiar with you or the Texas Department of Agriculture, can you briefly share more about you, your role in this important state department?
It's hard to believe there would be anybody out there that doesn't know me or what the Ag Department does, but I'll give it a shot anyway. Texas Department of Agriculture is just what you'd think it would be. We're all about sows, cows, and plows, but we're much more than that. I oversee a $6 billion agency. To put that in perspective, my budget is larger than the budget of 31 states.
Wow.
So it's a large agency. We have a lot of employees. We affect your lives more times in one day than any other state agency. We're all agriculture, but we're also the consumer protection agency for the state. So we make sure that every barcode scanner in the state is accurate, that you don't get ripped off when you check out at the counter. We make sure every scale is accurate in the state, at the deli counter, in the grocery store, at the feed store, where they weigh big trucks and truck stops, but it doesn't stop there. We go into every jewelry store, pawn shop. They buy and sell gold and silver by weight. We go in every mail house, pharmacy. We go into all the airports. They weigh your luggage. It's an endless list. We even have specialized inspectors that inspect ping pong balls, and
Wow.
we do that for the Texas Lottery to make sure that no one gets ripped off. When it comes to those millions and multi-million dollar jackpots. So, of course, we do pesticides. We oversee that program, both agriculture pesticides and structural. We make sure that those people coming in your businesses and homes are not convicted felons, and we make sure that your pets and your children don't get poisoned. So we think that's an important responsibility when it comes to protecting consumers. We have numerous other divisions there in consumer protection, but those are some that you'd be familiar with. We run the nutrition programs for the state, 12 of the 14 for the federal government. My single largest job is to provide 5 million school meals each day to the public school system.
Wow.
Every day that they're in school. So we run the school breakfast program, school lunch program, and we make sure that no child goes hungry in Texas. But it doesn't end there. We make sure that the area food banks are stocked. We work with Meals on Wheels to make sure that program remains stable and is funded and it runs correctly. We do summer feeding programs for the kids. We do adult feeding programs. We work with nursing homes. We have certified farmers markets. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. We have a marketing department. We're basically the Chamber of Commerce for the state. So we market all things Texas, not just agricultural products. We have about 2,500 members. And it's not just people that are involved in farming. It's companies like SpaceX, Gulf States Toyota, pharmaceutical companies. We have our own NASCAR race team. It's a number 22 truck in the truck series, the GO TEXAN truck. We have our own radio show daily. I do a daily market report. We have a weekly radio show. That all goes out to over 100 radio stations. We have our own TV show.
Wow.
It airs twice a week. We're in 54 million homes across North America. It's Texas Agriculture Matters. It's on the Rural Programming Network, RFD TV network. We come on Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. It's Texas Agriculture Matters re-airs at 6 a.m. on Friday. So if you haven't seen that, tune in. It's kind of like Country Reporter that Bob Phillips does. We showcase the best of what Texas has to offer. So we do international marketing. We've been on every continent on the globe marketing Texas products. So we run the Office of Rural Health Care. We provide health care in 191 counties, keep the hospitals and clinics open, keep those guys funded. So we touch a lot of people. Like I said, we probably affect your life more times in one day than any other person, especially like we run the organic program. So when a mother picks up a gallon of organic milk, we make sure it doesn't have antibiotics or hormones in it. And picks up a carton of eggs, we make sure it doesn't have E. coli or salmonella in it. So the list goes on and on. It's a big agency.
Wow. My next question is, when do you sleep?
Well, I try to sleep between 2 days if I get tired.
So for your position, Commissioner, are you an elected official? Are you appointed? How does that work? And what inspired you to take on this role?
Well, there's 13 of us across the United States that are elected. The rest of them are appointed by the governor. I'm autonomous from the governor. The governor has, no say over the agriculture code. I'm the executive over that.
Gotcha.
So I was reelected to my third term last November. Actually, quite proud that I was the high vote getter. I got more votes than the governor, lieutenant governor, or anyone else on the ticket. So
wow.
Apparently people are pretty pleased about the way we operate.
Yes. Amazing. Well, thank you for that clarification, because I know not everyone has that knowledge of, how you get appointed or elected. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. So we are here to talk specifically about the GO TEXAN program. Since the City of Rowlett became a partner recently, can you share what the mission and vision is of GO TEXAN?
Well, the GO TEXAN's been around a while. It started almost 25 years ago.
Oh.
Originally, it was set up to help entrepreneurs, startup companies, mom and pop operations market their product. They may make really good jams or jelly or beef jerky or something like that, but they just were not very good at marketing it. So we would partner with them. We'd show them how to get their product into H-E-B or Kroger's or sell it on Amazon, and that worked great for the first almost 20 years. Mm-hmm. And when I came along, I decided that we needed to take our GO TEXAN program globally. So we're marketing GO TEXAN products around the globe. First 12 months, we were on every continent on the globe marketing Texas products. And we've been very, very successful at that. We've expanded beyond agriculture products, so now we market anything Texas.
Incredible. That is an exciting job to have. That is awesome. And so why are you excited to have the City of Rowlett as a partner city for the GO TEXAN program?
Well, it's going to create so many opportunities for your city. There's so many things that you can now expand into being a member of our GO TEXAN family. You can have GO TEXAN certified farmers markets where your citizens know absolutely that is grown locally by a GO TEXAN grower. That it's not being shipped in from a greenhouse in Argentina or Australia or somewhere. That it'll be 100% local products, be good and nutritious, no added salt, no preservatives, no dyes. It'll be fresh off the farm. We think that's important.
Yes.
It gives you the opportunity to become Rowlett could be a certified GO TEXAN retirement community, which is highly sought after, and only about 4% of the cities across the state can qualify for that. But what that does, once you meet those qualifications of certain medical facilities, amenities, things for senior citizens, recreation, etc., it would draw retirees to your community to come and, move into your community and be part of it and increase the economy there in the job base.
Interesting. I had no idea. So fingers crossed, maybe we'll apply soon. We're going to sit down with the Downtown Manager, Melinda, who is the one who kind of initiated us becoming a GO TEXAN partner with y'all. So we'll definitely ask her and see if we have any plans for applying soon. So fingers crossed. Put in a good word for us, Commissioner.
Yeah, and it also gives you opportunity for grants. We can partner with your city now that you're a GO TEXAN member. I just sent out a bunch of grants, some of them up to $20,000 to help with the 4th of July parade, a festival, the wine tasting events. We partner all kinds of things to help you enhance your community. So now you're eligible to participate in all of those marketing grants through our GO TEXAN program as a community.
Exciting. Perfect. Well, how can people get connected to GO TEXAN? Do you have a website? Do you have social media? How can people learn more about this GO TEXAN program?
Well, we have all of that. We have a website, 2 ways actually, gotexan.org, is the one that goes directly to the Go Texan program, or you can access our whole site, which is texasagriculture.gov. You can find everything there.
Wonderful.
And if you want to find out more about me and my elected position, that's also Facebook, Miller for Texas, FOR, Miller for Texas.
Great. And we'll make sure to add those all in the show notes. So for your listening at home, we will have that. You can click on it and get the links directly in the show notes. And Commissioner, is there anything else you would like to share with our listeners while I have you on the phone here?
Well, we just look forward to partnering with you and opening you to so many programs that we have. We didn't touch on all of them. You might want to take a look at our Main Street program, where we'll partner with you to revitalize your downtown area and give it a little facelift and make something not that you're not proud of your downtown area, but we can make you more proud of it.
Right.
But with some grant money and doing a little facelift from some of the sidewalks and storefronts and things like that.
Wonderful. Well, we are so honored and excited to be part of the GO TEXAN Partner City program. And so thank you so much, Commissioner Miller, for your time. And we are so appreciative and cannot wait for our citizens to listen to this episode to learn more about the incredible things y'all are doing over at the Texas Department of Agriculture and what we're going to be doing here at the City of Rowlett. So thank you so much for your time.
Congratulations and welcome to the GO TEXAN family. And remember, Texas agriculture matters.
Yes, it does, sir. Thank you so much and have a great day. And joining me now is Melinda Bartram, City of Rowlett's Downtown Manager. Welcome to the show.
Thanks so much, Hannah. It's great to be here.
Well, I'm so excited to have you here and talk about the GO TEXAN program.
Yes, it was an initiative that I became familiar with when I went to visit Daryl Dean, who is our regional representative for GO TEXAN. And I was on fire for the concept. I'm a native-born Texan, and my entire life, I have always tried to buy local, buy Texas, and it's always fascinated me, the boots, the hats, the saddles, but who knew the salsa, the hot and, pepper jellies, everything that's made in Texas is so unique to our state. And here's a program that, absolutely benefits those who produce Texas-made products and sell Texas-made products.
So please share with our listeners a little bit about who you are, your background, and your role at the City of Rowlett.
Well, I started working with downtown management a long time ago. It was in 1996. And I've worked in 5 communities, which includes Rowlett. I began in Altus, Oklahoma.
Oh, wow.
And then went to Cordell, Oklahoma, and then Salina, Kansas, and then McKinney, Texas, which you might have heard of, and then Rowlett, Texas. And a couple of achievements that I'm particularly happy about and just privileged to be a part of happened in Cordell and in McKinney. In Cordell, I wrote the application for the GAMSA nomination. Actually, it's the the Great American Main Street Award program, and it's been going on a long time. But basically, the Main Street America National Office selects 5 communities a year, just 5.
Wow.
Cordell is a town of 2,900 people. And we were the first town in Oklahoma to achieve that award.
That's so exciting.
And it was definitely a highlight in my career. And then, of course, McKinney, Texas. I think a lot of people have visited the downtown there. And, 20 years ago, I was hired to write the application to become an urban Main Street program there in McKinney. And the first year I wrote the application, we were invited to become self-initiated, which was a huge win. And then the second year, we became a full-fledged urban Main Street program. And I'll never forget taking that application to the post office. It weighed 33 pounds.
Oh, wow. How much did that cost back?
Way back then.
Way back then. 5 years ago.
No. But I'm so pleased to be here in Rowlett, Texas. Downtown management is near and dear to my heart. And it's something that I feel is a legacy, not only to my children, but to generations to come. Our downtown heritage is seen every day through our buildings, through our special events, through the memories that are made here. beginning when you're a kid, you'll always remember that farmer's market or that
Right.
Juneteenth celebration that really, helped open your eyes to diversity. And it means a lot to me to be a part of that.
Yes. Well, it means a lot for me, especially as a Rowlett resident, to have someone like you who has so much expertise, experience, and knowledge. And we love our downtown. We have a great downtown, and we just needed that person to just help us give that extra boost. So I'm so excited and just so honored that you're here and that you chose to have a career in Rowlett as well and sprinkle your magic here.
My fairy dust.
Your
yes.
fairy dust,
Yes.
exactly.
Well, one of the things that really led me to accept the position here are the opportunities. And I've never served in a community that had so many opportunities for infill construction, for amenity additions, for special event generation. The Parks and Recreation Department does a fantastic job here in Rowlett.
Yes.
I think they do over 60 events a year.
We do a lot.
Which is phenomenal, and most of them are downtown.
Yes.
Which, makes my job a lot easier because people are already coming downtown. It's not an education that I need to provide. They're already coming here for special events. And thankfully, with Parks and Recreation, we're already doing some stellar things downtown. But I'm excited to see that grow and to become something, even bigger and to have more memories downtown.
Yes, and we're going to definitely talk more about what's going on in downtown Rowlett in a couple minutes. But first, let's pivot back to the GO TEXAN program that we just heard from
Yes.
Commissioner Sid Miller. So, making the City of Rowlett a GO TEXAN partner was your initiative. So, why was this important to you, and how does this benefit the City of Rowlett and our residents?
Well, I think at the heart of it, I immediately thought of our downtown businesses. They're selling Texas-made products, and how can we tap into that? But then I started thinking in a bigger, more conceptual way of the City of Rowlett. How can we become a partner and basically, work with the GO TEXAN program to do something special here in Rowlett? And there are a lot of things that we get from the program that can benefit our community. The first thing would be promotional opportunities. The GO TEXAN social media platforms have over 91,000 followers.
Wow.
And we are a part of that now. We're a part of that GO TEXAN family, so we can be featured on their social media. And that's a lot of people, right?
Right. Maybe this podcast will be featured. You never know.
Exactly. Also, we are GO TEXAN brand ambassadors, and one of the biggest names as far as brand ambassadors for GO TEXAN is actually Chet Garner. I don't know if you've heard of him.
The Day Tripper.
Yes, the Day Tripper.
Yes, okay, yes. Drew's talked about him.
Exactly. He is awesome. I've actually met him and worked with him on Live Green in Plano in my history, and he is just as nice in person as he is on his
Good to know.
show. Yes, but he has a huge following on social media, so we have the opportunity to perhaps be featured on his show.
Ooh, fingers crossed if you're listening.
I know. Chet Garner, please come to Rowlett. And then we also have discounted promotional opportunities in magazines like Cowboys and Indians. And that one's Houston-based, but there are other publications that are North Texas-based.
Oh, okay.
And one of the most exciting things to me in being a partner with GO TEXAN as a city are the grant opportunities. There are special event grants, there are farmers and craft market grants, and then there's a grant they call the Mega Grant.
Ooh, what's the Mega Grant?
And it starts off kind of small, and then you prove yourself with an event or a program, and then it gets larger, and then it can get larger, and I believe that it can get up to 20,000 if I'm remembering correctly.
Wow.
But it is actually a mega grant, and we're eligible for all of those grant reimbursement programs. So that's pretty exciting. And then, of course, we get discounts on showing all Rowlett has to offer at different promotional activities. The number one being the State Fair of Texas. At the GO TEXAN Pavilion,
cool.
they actually have a table where we can reserve a day and we can partner with the Chamber of Commerce and be, side by side with them at the table, because the Go Texan program is the entire city.
Right.
So we can choose our partners to go and staff a table, say, at the Texas State Fair.
Oh, cool.
And that would be at the Go Texan Pavilion.
So are we going this year? I mean, the state fair is almost here, which I can't believe it's almost here. But so will we have a little table there this year?
We're not going this year. They actually, the reservations ran out. The reservations are highly sought after, and they're very competitive with the other Go Texan communities.
Gotcha.
And we were just too late to the table, literally, this year.
Gotcha.
But next year, who knows?
2024, we'll be at the state fair. So the commissioner also mentioned, which I thought was interesting, a grant to become, or maybe it's not a grant, but he mentioned something about the potential for a city to become a Go Texan retirement city. Do you know anything about that?
That is a relatively new program to me. I had just heard about that. I am aware that we can have a Go Texan Farmers and Craft Market, though.
Right.
Which would literally put it on a map on their website as one of the premier farmers and craft markets.
So cool.
Yeah, we can already use the Go Texan logo on our Farmers and Craft Market because it is a city partnership. So anything the city is sponsoring, or if we're a partner, we can use that Go Texan logo. We can use a sticker with that logo on all of our facilities that are city owned. For a business to use the Go Texan logo, or say a sticker on their door, they would have to be a Go Texan business.
Gotcha.
And I can certainly walk them through the process. And all they have to do literally is sell Texas-made products and promote Texas-made products.
Perfect. And it's not just like what you kind of talked about this in the beginning. It's not just salsas. It can be you made your table, a wood table in Texas, and you can have that Go Texan logo if you apply and get accepted and all
Absolutely.
that.
I mean, dish towels. I mean, it can literally be anything as long as it is made here in Texas. And if it's made of an agricultural component like salsa, for example, all the better, but they don't limit it to that, which is awesome, because that just opens the door to our business owners who are crafty and who are entrepreneurial and want to make something to sell. And they can also buy shelf space at the Go Texan Pavilion at the Texas State Fair.
Cool.
If they are a Go Texas business. Go Texan business.
Good to know. So we will make sure to get, if there's like an application or something, we'll make sure to put that in the show notes especially for those small business owners or business owners and those crafty folks who potentially want to register and apply for that, because that's such a great opportunity. And for those who may not have known this logo, I'm sure y'all have seen that. If you're watching it, you'll see it on the video, but that's what the Go Texan logo looks like.
It's a brand.
It's a brand. So I'm sure you've seen it somewhere on something, but yeah, it's pretty popular. There's a lot of brands who have this. So we are now proud Go Texan members. It's official. We have a certificate.
It is official. That makes it all official. And it has the commissioner's signature right there. So
awesome.
It must be real.
It must be real. Awesome. So your role as the downtown manager is new to the City of Rowlett. So what else are you working on that you can share with the public?
Well, there's a couple of exciting things that have been going on that I would love to unveil today.
Ooh.
This would be the first time that we've shown and shared any of this information with the public.
So this is an exclusive My Rowlett podcast. You heard it here first.
Two
exclusives.
One is Downtown Rowlett now has branding and a logo.
Woo!
And it is also now called Downtown Rowlett.
What?
Really?
Not the village of Rowlett, downtown, blah, blah, blah,
Blah, blah.
No, it is Downtown Rowlett.
Amazing.
No education required. We all know where it's located. It's that 300 acres that sort of surrounds Main Street and Coyle.
Gotcha. That's a great question, because I just assumed, especially I'll look on y'all's social media, I just assumed downtown Rowlett is that little strip of Main Street where the City Hall, it ends at City Hall and ends, or one side is City Hall and the other side it ends at the dental place. But it actually expands further. So can you kind of talk about, the jurisdiction of what downtown Rowlett is, just so there's not confusion for our listeners?
Absolutely. The district actually has boundaries. To the north would be Highway 66. To the west, it's Rowlett Road.
Okay.
To the east, it's the southbound service lane of PGBT. And then that south boundary is a little janky. It kind of zigs and zags. It includes Herforth Park. It includes the school.
Oh, wow.
It includes the Village multifamily housing. Mm-hmm. It includes Veterans Park and some of the single-family housing that runs just south of Main Street.
Okay.
And then back over to Rowlett Road.
And then I think I saw like the chiropractic shop y'all just highlighted a couple days ago.
Yes.
So that shopping center is included, like where the Panera is.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
So
that's also
it is
included.
about 300 acres. And what I love about this district is its diversity, because we have a public park, we have a school, we have a library, we have the DART terminal, we have light industrial, which may become its own little sub-district at some point in the future with its own special name.
Stay tuned.
We have what I consider the business core, which is Main Street and Coyle. We have single-family dwelling. We have a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And I love that diversity because it brings so much to the table in terms of our future development.
Mm-hmm. Well, exciting. So what is the second unveiling that you have for us that you want to announce?
Well, the second unveiling is, as of yesterday, our big survey to the residents and to visitors and customers of Rowlett has closed. It was a 6-week survey, and we received not 500, not 1,000, but 1,320
Wow.
responses.
I know. Good
It's
job.
crazy.
I think that's probably I think the mayor was saying that's the largest response we've had for a public survey. I don't know, ever in a long time. We don't have the data on that, but it's definitely, thank you guys so much for showing up
Absolutely.
and taking the survey. That's
Yes.
and for you, for your marketing efforts and everything to get that out.
Thank you.
It's truly incredible because we do want to hear from the citizens, like their input. Y'all's input does matter if you're listening. So thank you
Absolutely.
so much for taking the quick, short 5-minute
It was
less
1
than 5
minute.
minutes. It was 1 minute, exactly.
I promised a 1-minute survey, and I
Yes.
asked anybody to call me out if it wasn't a minute or less. But, I am so appreciative of everyone who not only took the survey themselves, but shared it, texted it, and encouraged others to take the survey, because what it tells me above and beyond anything else is that downtown Rowlett is important to the residents of Rowlett.
Yes.
That is what it tells me. That kind of response, I'm not only hearing it, I'm listening
Right.
to what people have to say. And they have to say a lot. There were only 5 questions, but the responses were very interesting.
Ooh, let's dig
Very
into it.
fascinating.
Yeah.
Yes, let's. Okay, so the first question we asked is, what best describes you? As far as taking the survey, what best describes you? And we had over 1,000 people respond that they are residents of Rowlett.
Incredible.
So that was, just incredible in and of itself. And then downtown Rowlett residents, we had 68 people respond.
Wow.
And those would be residents in single-family homes or in the multifamily
Right.
Apartment complexes.
Okay, awesome.
So we definitely had a lot of folks. And the Rowlett visitors, we had 69 Rowlett visitors
Wow.
respond. And I want to just give a shout out to some of our downtown businesses for letting me put the survey out on their tables and on their point of sale
Yes.
desks and so forth, because I really think that helped get the word out to our customers.
For sure. I saw it at the Wisp and Willow boutique, so I definitely saw it there. I was like, oh, look, there's Melinda's survey.
Yeah, and Girlfriends was actually putting some of the push cards into the bags as they sold
so
things.
cool. It's a group
And
effort. I love
Baracos,
it.
I mean, they had them on every table. Every table.
Wow. So definitely was a community effort to get all these
Absolutely.
responses. So
Absolutely.
fun. I love the collaboration on this.
So the second question was, how often do you visit downtown businesses and or restaurants? And we're kind of all over the map,
Yeah.
but the number one answer was monthly. And that speaks very highly of a community that has 65,030 people.
Right.
That they're visiting downtown monthly. That's a lot of people coming through downtown Rowlett. And that's a big reason to put a lot of emphasis on downtown Rowlett in terms of future development.
Mm-hmm. So cool.
The next question was, what brings you to downtown Rowlett? What brings you to downtown Rowlett, Hannah?
I work here. Beyond that, you might find me at Bankhead. You never know.
Well, funny you say that, because dining is actually by far the number one reason people come to downtown Rowlett.
Interesting.
Yeah. Now, keep in mind, downtown Rowlett is more than just Main Street.
Right.
That could be Panera. It could be Dairy Queen. It could be Baracos. It could be Bankhead. I mean, we don't know.
Right.
But we do know that dining is the number one reason people come downtown. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, number 2 is special events and parades. Not a surprise.
Right.
But number 3 is the public library.
Yay. You know me, I love the library.
I know, me too. I grew up in one.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I can still tell you the name of my library. It was Harrington Library.
Was your mom a librarian? Or you just like to spend time in the library?
I was like an avid reader.
Oh, cool.
And when I got out of school, I hit the library every day after school. So it was just my thing. I'd go there, study, do my homework, and then I would just sit in a corner and read. It was my jam.
It was your jam.
It was.
Perfect. Library lovers unite.
I know, right? So the next question is, what additional businesses would you like to see located in downtown Rowlett?
Love that you propose an ice cream shop. Personally, I would love
that
some
was like
ice
my
cream.
first day on the job. I'm like, I found this ice cream vendor, and they're open to licenses, and it's only $1,500 to get a license, and I think we should get them downtown in Rowlett.
Trust me, I went home to my husband. I was like, maybe we should open up an ice cream shop. But
And the numbers say it's number 2 on the list of things people want. By a long shot, it's number 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh, what was number 1?
Restaurants.
Of course.
People, that's the number one reason they come downtown, and they want more restaurants. People love to eat, and then they want to go have their ice cream after the parades and after the special events. And then number 3 was an outdoor market.
Well, there we go. We already kind of have that.
Yeah.
Some seasons. It's not every week by any means, but it's seasonal. So that's exciting.
Well, and I think it's interesting that we did the survey in June and July.
Right. The hottest months, or some of the hottest months.
Still, outdoor market came in number 3, even during these hot months. So I thought that was really interesting that people were still thinking outdoor anything.
Yeah, right. I'm like, please no, not right now.
And so our last question that we asked, what amenities are important to you in downtown Rowlett? And this is one of the answers that surprised me the most. Because the perception of what would be the number one thing that people want downtown as far as an amenity.
Right.
What would you guess the first thing would be?
I mean, we always love restrooms. Clean restrooms. Maybe that's a personal thing. Maybe not everyone wants that. But yeah, I really don't know beyond that.
I hear a lot about parking.
That is true.
I hear a lot about the need for more parking. But believe it or not, that did not come out to be the number one amenity people want downtown. It was actually shade.
Ah, makes sense.
People want shade. And I guess they want shade with their outdoor markets. I don't know. But they definitely are looking for shade.
Gotcha.
Number 2 was parking. And then we had kind of a tie between public restrooms and food trucks. But wink, wink, there is a food truck development that is moving forward.
Ooh.
It's not downtown.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yeah, but it's going to be pretty exciting.
Okay. I guess we'll also stay tuned for another announcement, little sprinkle of a hint of something. Okay.
I just have to tease you a little bit.
Okay.
But I am excited to say that number 4 was public art, which would include sculpture and murals and all of the things to bring color to downtown.
Yeah.
Because, when the Texas Downtown Association did their assessment this last year, they reported quite bluntly that downtown Rowlett was very beige and that we could use some pops of color.
Okay, yeah.
And so I'm working very closely with the Arts and Humanities Commission to see what we can do about that.
Yes, maybe a mural in our future, another mural.
Well, you never know, now do you?
Stay tuned for more. We have to have a follow-up episode, clearly.
I know, clearly. We need to follow up with a lot of things, but you just never know. So
amazing.
It's definitely on the agenda for discussion on August 9th.
Ooh, okay. So
and
stay tuned.
Today's an exciting day because I am actually receiving some conceptual designs for a mural.
What?
I am. Today's the deadline.
Today's the deadline. Okay. And today's August 1st. We're recording on August 1st for those who are listening maybe late at a later date.
Right.
So
today's August
context,
1st.
Yes. So you have these results, and this closed yesterday, July 31st. So what are you, I mean, you have your work cut out for you, it seems like. So you have these results. You've listened, you've read, you've analyzed. What is next for you, and what does this mean going forward after this survey for those who took it and want to know what's happening after this?
Absolutely. Well, the next step is actually a strategic plan. I'm in the process of writing a request for proposals for a strategic plan specific to downtown Rowlett.
Oh, cool.
And that will identify not only the things that need to be done, but the priority in which those things need to be done and how to do those things.
Right.
And, you know, every downtown I've ever worked in, the most successful downtowns are a public-private partnership.
Oh, okay.
It's not all on the city to create the downtown of your dreams. It is the city and the residents that combine and come together. It's the nonprofits.
Gotcha.
You know, it's the volunteers. It's, you know, the kids at the school in the downtown district. Everyone coming together with ideas, wanting to volunteer, wanting to be a part of the excitement and the growth and the development of their downtown. Everyone wants their thumbprint on it.
Yes.
And that's what works the best, is when you see all of those components come together and work in the same direction.
Are we currently a public-private partnership, or are we just a public downtown at the moment?
As far as my position and the program that is being established, we are city funded.
Gotcha.
And I'm city directed. But that's another good reason to have a strategic plan.
Right.
Right. Now, I do work with volunteers in the sense that I do attend some of the commission and advisory board meetings. And in doing that, I get to listen to what is important to a lot of people in the community in terms of the downtown. And I also have the opportunity to let them know what we're doing.
Yeah.
And to answer questions with regard to, you know, the direction that we're going.
Awesome. And so the strategic plan, how long, like just a general timeline? So that will probably take months, maybe
right.
a year, something.
I hope it would not be a year.
Yeah, you're like, please. Okay.
Right. Right now, you know, in the meantime,
yes,
while the strategic plan is being accomplished, let's say, I'm continuing to build rapport with local business owners, local property owners. You know, it's important that the downtown stakeholders feel they have a voice
yes.
and a part of the development of our community. And everybody is so excited and has been just so welcoming to me and to the ideas that I brought to the table. An example of that would have been a Cinco de Mayo.
Yes.
It was one of the first business-driven events that we've seen in Rowlett since I've been here.
So cool.
And we had music, we had food, we had margaritas, of course. But the awesome thing is we had a crowd. I mean, there were classic cars cruising around downtown. There was, you know, a crowd. There were families. You know, there were couples holding hands and strolling around downtown. And some of our businesses actually stayed open late to accommodate that shopping
so awesome
opportunity, you know, for these people who were waiting for a table at some of the downtown restaurants. So it was something that just made me so proud of our downtown partners.
Yes.
And I think that we can look forward to more events of that nature.
Yay. I just love, you probably have the most, besides me, you probably have the most fun job in the city for sure. How cool. What
I
an
love
honor.
it. I
Yeah.
just love working here. And like I said, everybody has been so welcoming and just so positive, from city staff being incredibly supportive and patient with me in all of my, cheerleader happy ideas.
Yes. We've needed it. It's so nice. It's so nice.
To the downtown stakeholders being very open to some new ideas and new ways of doing things. It has all been just such a breath of fresh air for me.
Good.
I'm glad to be back in downtown management. I had taken a break for a period of time to do marketing and communications specifically for 15 years.
Oh, wow.
So there was kind of a break in there.
Okay. So you just not have been managing downtowns for most of your life, but there was a break. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know
And
that.
I worked for the city of Plano, city of Saxe, and for the Denton County Transportation Authority.
Wow. You've been all over. What a fun career. That is so easy. Well, we are honored to have you. And you started
you.
March of this year?
Yes, March 6th.
You've been busy. And so something else I think you mentioned to Drew and I a couple weeks ago is the potential for us to be a film-friendly city.
Yes.
Do you have an update on that, or have we applied, or what does that mean
We
for
have
us?
applied. There are 3 components to becoming a film-friendly certified city.
Okay.
We've already completed one of those components, which is attending a film-friendly Texas workshop. And I did that back in March. And tonight will be, and again, this is August 1st. Tonight
Everything's
will be
happening tonight.
another step.
Okay.
I'll be presenting information to council about film-friendly Texas, and hopefully they're open to moving forward with this program.
Awesome.
And the third step will be a piece of cake, because you and Drew are going to be really instrumental in this third step.
Oh, tell us more.
Really?
And
And that is taking photos along with myself and people in the community. Anyone can do it, but taking photos of locations that can potentially be used to shoot commercials, to shoot movies, to use in video games.
I've always wanted to be a location scout.
Well, now may be your opportunity, Drew.
Yes.
Downtown Rowlett's our first one.
Right?
Thank you so much for getting the Go Texan program together. Thank you, Commissioner Sid Miller, for also joining us via phone earlier. So it was just so fun to talk to you both and share with our listeners what this really means. And so we are a proud Go Texan partner. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of the My Rowlett podcast. As always, if you have any questions, please email us at podcast@rowlett.com. And any of the links that we shared in this episode will also be available in the show notes. Have a great day, Rowlett.